Let's see here. Well, I'm prog and T. I'm almost through on the final boss of the heroic WoW raid I'm doing.
Congrats.
We're at 15%.
You will most likely kill that before we kill this fight.
Oh, we're killing that next week 100%. The real question is, am I gonna kill Mythic before we kill T?
It's possible. Yes.
Basically have to pull it back to the boss before the orbs like lock in. So we can either keep holding it because I can gap close, or I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did that. I believe that's frame 13 of the toolbox. So that has the tanks positioned still pretty close to the puddles when the orbs spawn. And when the orbs spawn, they lock in where they're going. It's just a matter of which boss is each orb going to. So that should be how the positioning is roughly going. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the timing is where Hand of Parting is happy versus when Hand of Parting is lethal. But that's certainly something we could.
It's a very specific sweet spot that
Yeah.
I never had to worry about, so I can't give any advice on it.
Yeah.
But we didn't, like, when we died to prayer, no party. The one we
Which
were
one?
in the middle,
Yeah.
we died to prayer, no parting.
Prayer
That's the health being too different.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we can just keep them even. I mean, that's not. Because I think we had agreed last week we were going to keep them even until after the last Hand of Prayer and then burn down Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I know a lot of groups, what they do is there's that hand or that big smack right before the transition, and they try to burn fucking Liquid down. Like, they all hard swap Liquid mostly, except for like one person trying the highest damage, trying to keep the other one somewhat even, just in case. Try it.
Yeah, let's try to stick with the original plan for now, just because I want to see it actually in action. We still have only gotten a couple pulls where we've actually gotten to Embless Orbs, so let's keep working on getting there. Because again, if they're baited, I hate to use the term correctly, but if they're baited per the toolbox, it should never come to the middle. But in the event that they're not, I do want to see if we can just adjust our positioning.
Oops, gave my throw to the wrong one.
We have time. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say if we had time tomorrow, if we wanted to do this, maybe try to see.
Ready for throttle. Orb spawning. I didn't see what it
Parting.
was.
That was parting.
Parting.
So I probably pulled it in a bit too early that time, huh?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm kinda moving. Like, but the thing is, I also have to play with my ping, so I know how to translate that. Like, when I see like the orbs, sort of like when I know like in a second early that the orb is gonna spawn, that's when I start moving towards the middle. So I maybe delay the gap closer like half GCD.
Ah, god damn it. Just went 30% early again. I'll let this live, but
Oops. I just completely missed the star diver.
My signature move.
gonna need to be topped off if I'm to survive this, even then I'm not sure. Actually, I can probably just super full life.
I will. Not gonna give you nothing. I because
I don't know
Oh my
why I
God.
keep hitting the 30% there.
Ready for throttles. This is probably death, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's try to bait as much as we can correctly. Yeah, wallet.
Oh my god.
Alright, do the tanks need a moment to sort out
No,
cooldown and everything like that? Okay.
just pressing the wrong time.
Star diver timing is so weird. That first one. So I have to wait for the lance charge.
I gotta be honest with you. Strat timing is always weird.
Not always. It's just that everything comes up at the same time at level 80.
Yeah.
I had forgotten how kind of jank it was compared to 90 Dragoon. Oh, I killed that ball. The one time I've ever crit direct hit high jump.
You love to see it, except not right there.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it earlier. Now maybe I can salvage this, you know. I was 123 ahead in my mind.
Alright, before we pull again, starting to regress a little bit. Everybody take a breath. Take a nice deep breath. All the way
Maybe
in through
because
the
I'm going to go
nose.
to the bathroom and be right back.
Sure. In that case, I'll also take a good luck pee.
Hmm.
What happened on that pole last time when we got to?
Holy shit.
Well then, never mind. What? I don't know. I'll check it later. Yeah. I just wonder how long we do this before we decide to just burn it down like literally every other the reason we can't find guides is because nobody else does it this way. As soon as I drop my puddle, I would, before I even go into
I'm
the
back.
middle base, I would
Welcome back.
So yeah, back when I was watching DSR, there was one group, I think it was called Oversleepers. It had a ton of the big streamers on it. They got to a point in their prog, like, you know, when it's just that week of phase 5 through phase 6 prog, they started having a running gag where they would only get good prog if one of them had to pee during the poll. So they'd start trading off, like, all right, I really gotta pee next bowl, and then someone would be like, all right, it's okay, I just had a glass of water.
Bro, during my tea kill, I got up and used the bathroom during the fucking transition to phase 4.
Hell yeah.
I made it back in time. Always good, always funny.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We are 8 of 8. I think you were the one.
I had to feed my cat quickly as well before they decided to kill me.
I feel that. Anyway, when the tank's ready, let's go.
un segundo en el poder.
Ready for throttles?
Be able to, I would assume. Oh wait, no, that was a hand thing right there. Right here, you would be able to. That's why. There's one in the middle there.
Ready for orbs?
But essentially this entire time it would be tracking.
Through the middle. Move to 1.
They explode when they hit the boss too, right?
I don't think so. I thought they just explode when they hit players.
I don't remember seeing anybody there. Just the bosses.
Let me read up on that real quick, just to be sure.
Yeah, you have to go to the playlist to get to them. So go to that and then go to my playlist. And then go to Bob's. Yeah. Bob's. Jumping around to play all. 113. You're gonna have to go way down.
Right. There's the fucking source I found. And the pain going through in bones. Right.
Okay, it is also if a boss touches it.
More
Yep.
probably.
Alright.
I guess we can just start moving the boss to one of the markers if that happens. Still standing there.
So they moved to where the boss in the hand were when they spawned. So, so like my understanding is, say an orb spawns on the 1 marker, it'll go towards living liquid, where living liquid is now on the A marker.
We got there
So if we move living liquid off of that, then it should miss the orb. So I don't know if that's actually any useful information, but that should be that according to what I'm reading here. That's how they work. different cascade or throttle.
Yeah, use the hand of pain right here, and then we right now.
Okay. Rage.
Orbs are spawned, bosses are in the middle.
Hand of Pain's done. Orbs are going to their proper spots. Ooh.
I lost it always will.
Oh,
So at that
Point one.
stage,
1%.
was anybody still attacking the hand at that point?
no.
Oh, I guess
No.
I was.
Okay, yeah, we.
Gunbreaker 0.1%.
So I believe there's another. I forget what the hand is called. What the hand attack is called when they're too far in HP percentage. Is it prayer? That's prayer, right? Pain. So yeah, once that last hand of pain, there's no more worrying about the hand. It's just killing liquid. I can try calling that too, but it might be easier if one of the tanks is actually actively looking at what the bosses are doing. Calls that.
Oh, I know when it comes now.
Yeah,
I can call it as well.
yeah. So as long as somebody calls it, then I think we should be in good shape. Because then, yeah, once you hear that, you can just attack. You can just work on pushing liquid. As for the Embolus orbs, I don't know what y'all did for that, but those looked basically perfect. So do that again, whatever that was.
It's like they might have
Here's
caused an
a
extra
chocolate
DCB.
moment. Like I moved it a bit more further this time, so at least the baiting will be a much further, and then you use like one exact half GTD in to move him. So that should fix the situation with the thing.
Oh, honey, I think we're gonna start doing it. I think we finally got it. No. Famous.
I fucked up.
But that,
Just wall it.
I
Unless you think we could save it, but I don't think it's
had bolide, so we could have.
my bad. Because
You know what must be like really annoying about being a tank or playing summoner here? Having to like when you put on your tank stance and like resummon your carbuncle every time. Fuck that. Thank God they made it that you can't start using carbuncle. I can promise you right now, if I had to put it on every time, nobody would ever get me. You would actually be so mad at me. He would not have stayed with us past like P1 if I kept forgetting. Oh!
Sorry. That was too close.
tried to be a hero and take the doll.
I was a bit too close to tornado there.
I saw that.
Oh,
I hope you know that once we do get to the point, like,
I'll make an adjustment.
you have to do that at the start of every pull, just in case it's still pull. Yeah. I forget who that was.
nice. Oh,
No red. Okay. That's why I was like, what? Okay. Yeah. Like, the rest of the poll have been, like, pretty consistent. Like, we've been getting to the stupid orbs. We've been consistent. Overall. You know,
Ready for throttles? Should be okay on orbs.
Focus living. Yep.
That was
Fucking
orb.
balls.
Yeah, so that was a case where the one that was further away from living liquid went towards living liquid and kind of dragged it through the middle.
Pretty sure that they do bait the furthest one from them on spawn.
I'm not seeing that in the guide, but that it's what happened, so... I think that's a situation where we would still need to adjust our positioning, but... Yeah, I think we'll still have to be ready to adjust if we need to.
do you think they were skipping living liquid past, like, during the first couple clears, like, at the very beginning? Maybe we should watch one of those videos. Like Momo's, like, first clear. You know? Something back where we could just kind of, like, because, like, there has to be a more consistent
Get ready for throttles. orb spawning.
They're good. Focus hand. Liquid.
Move
Right.
to 1. I was so focused on the orbs, I didn't think about healing.
I mean, at that point, if it's gonna hit the boss, it's gonna hit the boss. The raid can like move to one side or the other of the boss, but that's about it.
I mean, it seemed like I couldn't tell. Were they on a good trajectory, or?
Balls are fine. What killed
Okay.
y'all there was the tank buster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. With that in mind, is
For the
somebody else
classes,
comfortable? Gone. What I was going to ask was, is somebody else comfortable calling the orbs? Because it's a bit more than I can handle focusing on right now.
Sure. I can keep an eye out.
Okay. Ready for throttles?
Ah.
Try to keep going.
Move towards 3 a little bit more. But yeah, orbs were good. Most pretty good that time. When I was looking at my old Dark Guide to see if there's anything about boss movement, the only thing I found that I thought was funny for phase 1 was skip final set of tank busters.
Anyway, let's do one more pull and then we'll take a break. And we'll come back and keep hitting it.
But I hear you like heavy breathing over there. You don't like bashing your head against the wall for like 3 days? You don't find that fun? What's wrong with you? Did you say this is how Sheen feels about us idiots? Yeah, literally. I understand now why he's so angry at us all the time.
Oh god.
No, oh shit.
That seems like death.
Yeah. My prologue didn't go off, so I tried to provoke when it was close. First of all, my target at all, so I provoked it all.
Uh-oh.
Let's. I think that's a good sign that we need a break. Come back at quarter till, so 45 minutes of whatever time zone you're in. Not on break for 45 minutes. 45 past the hour. If we were some super sweaty, like 8-hour a day prog group, sure, I'd give you a 45-minute break. But I think that's a bit above our pay grade right now.
Lunch breaks, union lunch breaks.
Not lie, I've
good
been
luck.
eating something between every single pull. Ah. Time
I am
to go.
back.
Welcome back.
Ouch.
You say ouch?
Yeah, because I lost balance and bent my fingers back too far.
Ouchies. Fair enough. Alright, then we go.
Pepper's having a little nappy nap. Uh-huh.
Alright. Bring it on, Liquid.
Alright, so just to keep everybody on the same page. So if we're not able to get Embolus Orbs figured out or through this phase cleanly by the end of the night, the plan is we will start potting going forward on phase 1. I'll talk logistics about that if we get there. With that said, if you don't want to use pots every pull, this next hour and 15 is the time to prove it. So let's put the big focus on and give this glob of goo the fucking business.
Oh.
No, I mean burning it down. I think we could just
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
hope that works.
We could do it in that last phase. We can do it.
Alright, we good.
It's just that everyone has to commit to it. If anyone stays doing hands, it's not gonna work.
Ready for throttles?
Yeah, we could do it. We could very easily do it. We have all the way until
Orbs
right.
spawned.
Focus the
Yeah,
clip.
right there.
Move north.
That was an orb. Looked like through a boss.
Yeah, they went straight in through the middle, pretty much.
I feel like I remember
Go
we
on.
pulled them to that big gap, like relatively north.
Like after the orbs, or
Yeah.
Right.
When you're supposed to pull them like towards center, you kind of pull them off center towards the north.
we can certainly try that.
We tried a few pulls of it last week, but it looked like it didn't quite work.
Mm,
Because we still had
Down
trouble with
fucking
that.
road.
Let's give it a try this pull then. If the tanks want to.
oh god. I knew we'd buy 5 oaks, so I didn't.
Almost.
Try to use Swift Cast. I can res.
I got it.
Throttles.
Oh,
Is that healing or is that cooldown timing?
I was more just. I haven't needed to bolide, so I haven't been doing it. And that's my biggest issue now.
Yeah. Normally I'll have a few more heals on you than normal, but
Got extra death.
we had to make some adjustments on the fly.
True.
Seeing as you can't use it in the next phase anyway, it probably wouldn't hurt to use it here.
Well, I was off tank for that, so.
In fact, if you
Yeah,
tell me
for
when
when
you're
you
about to use it, I
separate
can
hand
save
after it's
XCOG,
So then I went into dolls with
and then it'll
Xcog,
just pull you right back up.
which then after getting hitting by a tornado base, my doll basically then just stabbed me to death. Just shanked me into the grave. Oh, with the Tondar. He just gets stabbed as soon as he gets dead. All of his videos make me laugh. It's so funny. He really does a good job of like actually capturing
Uh-oh.
what it's like to play this game.
Oh.
Wipe it.
It's chaos.
Just wipe it. I heard uh-oh and I saw the two tether. I was like, oh, he means uh-oh.
It wasn't the auto. I had tried to tie it. I had accidentally not used Dragon Fire earlier. So I used it right then before I went to my doll and I hit yours with it.
So you're telling me in less than a raid night you caused a wipe with Dragonfire dive, meanwhile it took me like 3 years to get one? Oh my god, that
That's
was the
actually very-
hardest.
Lesson.
Yeah.
Lesson.
Yep.
How to do it.
Funny enough, I got mine in an ultimate as well. It's in Uwu during the all the feathers and Garuda.
Oof. I think I know exactly when.
Yeah, you know what happened.
Should be like if you clear Living Liquid 1,000 times, you just get the weapon. That's like just hear you fucking hear you. I have to say, I think being in here though is like the least stressed I've ever felt in a fight because I just actually could just
Throttles.
I feel like I could just like turn off my monitor, grill. I could be reading my book. We should be able to kill this.
Oh, it's
No.
gonna hit the boss.
That's like nowhere to really go with that one.
Yeah.
Do we? I know we said we wanted to wait on the turns at the percentages. Do we want to try just like
Might as well.
Yeah, at this stage. When is the hand of pain?
So essentially, yeah. So what happens is when we drop those first, when we're all stacked at like the relative south, and you guys are doing throttles, and then we go out to the first fates. Right when you go out to those first fates, a hand of pain goes off. As soon as that hand of pain goes off, you can swap to a liquid and start burning down.
Yeah, if we can give that a try.
Basically, we just have to get it down before that like that last hand of pain goes off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going into like basically when I'm dropping my pedal, the boss is at like 11. I think you could probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I think Pink wouldn't be able to switch because he's got to drag the hand away, but
Yeah,
everybody else should be able
everyone
to.
else should be able to.
There's not a whole lot of damage going out there, so Rillanon and I should be able to push some damage on Liquid.
That's what you're talking about. I'm busy setting up for the next set of splashes.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to kill before splashes anyways, so this will work. This should
Let's go
might
for
work.
it.
So where do you want to keep moving the boat to the middle or to the open space?
Home to the middle if we kill it this way. Usually balls get to us during Cascade or during splashes, so
Gotcha.
I mean, if we don't have the DPS, we can't do it. We can't do it. Oh well, but I mean, we might as well try, right? Like, at this point, like, what do we really have to lose to see if we can do it? And if we're missing it by like a percent, then like, I feel, you know what I mean? Well, I would end up just making it. I think we can do it, honestly. If we could do it in the last group, I really think we could do it. What do you mean? basically, as I'm running in to take my middle bait, what? No, I've been doing hand all the way until like orbs. Because we're trying to keep them even.
You saw nothing, Libby.
Basically, doing it this way, we should not be doing that last hand of bait. Why?
Definitely didn't biolysis the Yagdoll. I gotta get the. Never mind, that's death.
That like we can't really have any deaths.
Throttles. Last hand of pain.
Focus liquid.
Oof.
What happened there?
I was
that-
not a max melee.
Yeah, when we swapped there, the boss was at 9%. So I think we can
Right. That hand of pain cast is actually easier for me to see than I thought, so I can probably call that. I'm sure we'll all get the timing down to where it doesn't need to be called anyway, but for now I can try calling that to remind people.
I was doing DPSing and I forgot to move. And then I made the second protein and it's like, oof.
Wallet.
Well,
Was that just tank stuff, or?
Tonga didn't go through.
Okay. Again.
Like it showed the content, the second coin off, but it apply later apparently.
Yeah.
He's good over there. really genuinely think I might be able to get this. I just imagine someone watching my body being like, wow, you're like really staring very intently. Like, oh no, I was reading. Super focused on my book.
Is that just that must be just damage? Yeah.
I mitigate exactly the same mitigations I've been doing for the past I think it just roll high.
No, that was you normally survive with a lot of health, and we're fucked. I was in the wrong position.
We're also missing one person for Bates.
Yeah. Alright, I think I know what was missing. Scholar stuff. In UCal we had tank stuff.
Hanging on by a
Team
thread.
got scholar stuff.
Hey,
What's wrong with this? Celine didn't do anything wrong.
how dare you? She keeps us alive.
Look, just because she's not EOS doesn't mean...
Oh, I love when the game just decides to
Lane. He's always
Yeah, no, that's really good.
secretly resented not being allowed to speed people up anymore.
You know? I actually really
Dude, Celine would be actually fucking broken in this phase, by the way.
Celine broken, period.
Able to cleanse all 6 throttles at once.
Imagine if the explosions that went off from previous games and you had to like factor that in. That would really suck.
Uh-oh.
That's a wipe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is death. What that guy rolling on?
Too close to Tank Buster.
That'll do it.
I learned my lesson on Monk.
I don't have to put it anyway. Honestly, like,
last hand of pain. Focus on liquid. Or living liquid, rather.
We had another one anyway, so we're good. Go north.
That was a hit of pain for 117k.
Just a little too slow. Or like half a GCD slow.
Yeah. Alright, rolling on, I got an idea.
Is
We don't have to worry about the orbs today.
We're gonna bank on not having any splashes, so after that last hand of pain, I'll just hard focus on liquid. I had been throwing out some shields just in case, but I realized there's kind of no point, because if we get to that, we're dead anyway.
basically.
So I'll throw like a fairy tether on Lathan just to keep him up, and then I'll just hard focus on the hand, or the boss.
Help, I have aggro.
Oh, that's,
That doesn't sound good.
that's fine.
Okay. I just took a few autos.
Continuation, play.
Ready for throttles?
Oh no. God damn.
Farewell.
That's death.
Yeah.
Looked like that was just a missed throttle.
Accidentally hit the wrong spell while in light speed, and yeah,
That'll do it. That will do it.
there's just not enough GCDs to recover.
Yeah. You get one to adjust, and then after that, it is nothing but as soon as.
It's disgusting. Almost 40k off horns with tether.
Summoner things.
That's lucky. And was 6% above liquid.
How did you die?
I didn't move out far enough.
That'll do it. Because I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have been healed because you had a fairy tether on you, and that should be more than enough.
That Protean wave.
I'm being reminded of how much pickier this fight is than the first two.
Yeah. Like people are saying it was too easy. Fuck them.
I mean,
It was pretty easy, but
Well, it's okay. It's easy compared to this. But
there's only like 2 hard mechanics to do here.
yeah, they're both 13 minutes in.
You can argue that Titan Jails are harder than that one of those.
I mean, Titan Jails are fucking hard. I mean, let's be honest. Predation is hard too. It's just it's so easy to practice that it's not really hard anymore.
Just move to one spot, wait for a scream, and then move again.
To be fair, that's literally every mechanic in the game.
No, you have to listen to a scream for that one.
That's true.
I can't think of a single other fight that has a sound-based mechanic. God fucking damn it.
So there's this one in Living Liquid where you hear like a little like shock thing, and then everybody dies. Sound-based one.
It could be worse. It could be, and then you just hear that 15 times before everyone dies.
Yeah. Or in Light Rampant, there was a sound cue before you died where you'd call your local eye doctor.
Oh.
Right, that I didn't get a single feather during this opener. Wow. Yes, I love that. Very good. Very good with the dips. That's actually exactly what I was hoping about. But I wouldn't get any of my damage from it. Like, who wants to do damage anyway? You know? I don't play a DPS. Play DPS for these.
Oh god.
Oh no, I lose.
Oh no, I did. I'm sorry.
I was like, I can say bye. I was like, no, ding.
Throttles. Last hand to pin.
ah,
Was that damage or was that a tether?
that was a wall.
I mean, what? I mean, the thing that killed the other people. Okay.
I also would have died to damage.
All right.
If anyone who's like standing south could do like a little bit further, I think we're out of time now before we
Yeah, we can work on that. Rillanon and I can't really move, but we can kind of form an anchor point for the rest of the group.
Yeah, moving is not.
Moving is killing someone.
Basically.
Movement is a luxury.
Ow.
Oh,
What was that?
my health is overall pretty low for most of that.
Okay,
That
wipe
was
it.
a wood. What is it? That.
I'll see if I have.
Give me a second.
Finish one
Sure.
page.
I want to check something.
I was a little bit lower on Aether Flow than I normally would be, so I didn't have any extra love to give to tank friends.
Transfers, ultimates. The dogs and
Usually they're the only thing I have time to spare is an essential dignity if I still have one, but I have
Okay.
to be able to throw that.
I'm checking something out real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to see if I can. Save analysis. Can you open real quick, please? My old clear logs aren't so old that I can't access them still. Still also want to check my off-tank NT, who's also playing Gunbreaker, and see if there is anything different. But analysis being a bitch. Like my Hero's Pulse being a bitch. We can do another pull. What is this
Yeah.
fucking trying its damnedest to load?
Yeah, let's pull. On the tanks. Re-up on food if you need to, by the way.
Why are you waiting so long? Yeah, I don't. Since we've decided to try this new method, we literally haven't been done. We got there once. I'm not really sure what's happening right now.
last-handed pain.
Ah!
Was that positioning, or what happened? Or was that damage?
I just didn't move
Barely
in time.
hit the wrong AoE.
Alright, so, so what killed you, Pink, is what I'm asking.
Just an AoE.
Okay.
I barely got a pinky toe in.
Alright.
What minute is Cascade?
One
The strat, like the big document, I know tells you exact timings.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick. I have it pulled up.
There we go. 127.
For a second cascade, yeah.
What do you normally have active there?
Are we talking for heals or for...
Oh, Lathan. Lathan.
I've just been hit by the cone. That last time I get hit by the circle, it's just like I'm both trying to get out of the way of the person who's coming into my position, as well as dodging the area where.
Oh, no. Like the Cascade, specifically. Like right beforehand. The Cascade of the Tank Buster.
Oh, that one I have the 30% and my what is it? Heart of Stone, as well as Aurora and Heart of Light up, and Reprise is going to be up as well.
How long does Rampart last again?
I'm using that and camo for the first Tank Busters, but that's 20 seconds.
Okay. I'm just curious. Looks like they're not using anything different. I
Yeah.
was wondering if maybe their Rampart push was like lasting just long enough to catch some of the Cascades or the Buster. I'll look more into their logs later.
Popping Rampart a little bit later might help with the autos leading up to it.
I think diving log's gonna be fun. Their health percent should be even enough to swap at this point.
Yeah. Everybody swap to liquid or living.
Throttle.
What got you?
Throttle.
That's bad.
I think
think-
the best time was the healer asking, "What got you?" Throttled, and then the realization be like, "Fuck."
I think another big thing for the reason they can Argon Breaker never had any problem is the other tank is a Dark Knight that could just TBN every single buster.
Just nation flat. How do you pronounce that word?
Well, not just TBN, they also have Dark Mind for 20%
God.
magical mitt.
Yeah, just whenever
Every
the fuck they
minute.
want. Yeah.
Every minute.
Like, that's fair and balanced.
Yup.
I mean, it was crazy back in the source material too, so.
Good, no props this time.
Throttles.
Stop.
Yep, swap to liquid. Is that just damage rating?
Okay.
Alright, maybe I could throw out one heal on that.
Face north. Oh, it's going this way this time. Oh, it's not. Good luck, everybody else.
Oh, I ran to the wrong side. Whoops.
3. Dash 3. He's
Sorry,
gonna murder me here.
I kind of missed what you were saying about the personals there, Raiden. What happened? What usually happens? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just to make sure that we push liquid in time. I'm hard cutting off healing. So, yeah, I think that'll probably be best. Yeah.
I'll skip for the switch over if horoscope comes back up. I'm not 100% sure it will be in time, but if it is, then that'll give us a little bit of extra healing there.
Look at that, we hit it. How do you think?
We died. Most of us died the limit cut that time.
Most of us. Now the goal is for all 8 of us to die to limit cut.
No, the goal is to get through limit cut.
Well, yeah. Baby steps. Yeah, you drink a cup of tea one sip at a time.
Ah, I see. Holy Jesus.
The heck was that?
Yeah, super. Oh.
Wallet.
Wait, how did I live?
I've been AoEing, so I don't know how he just suddenly turned around. Did like somebody.
Because I died, but I know exactly why I died. Okay. So I got an auto of liquid, an auto of the hand, and then I got the jackdaw, and the literally just killed me by damage, but like by 3k basically.
I feel like my provoke was like 1 GCD late, but I don't feel like it'll make that big of a difference. Okay.
Like, that's the crowd to only line. I normally just I'm low enough to know when I equilibrium to optimize, but like that extra auto just like not literally kill me, but it was just like the only thing I didn't consider in my equation. Which is unga harder, but the thing is I have raw intuition in that moment, so I need to hit as much as I can to heal myself, so that's why I'm moving accordingly. It is unga for healing.
Good lord, I keep getting dropsy.
Ready for throttles? There we go. Alright, fine, we don't have to pot. Oh, I ran wrong. I jumped the gun and went west.
1, 2, oh.
Oops, I was just dope.
Well, that counts as all 8 of us dying to the Limit Cat. Yeah. Roland, and how was the healing after the... Okay.
So that helped a little.
If it gets too sketchy, I can switch some of my fairy heals around.
Our first, like, like
I'll have that. I will have Celestial Opposition, so it's going to be
Yeah.
picking regions,
Yeah,
which
and then as soon as we
should mostly
decided
be
to
enough.
force him into hitting
And
us,
then I
we
have,
suddenly
I think, an
went
intersection and some
That's what
dignity
this
for
awareness is.
one or two skills if needed.
All right. Let's do a few more to try to get there clean, and then if we get there clean like 2 or 3 times, we'll talk a little bit about limit cut before the end of the night. But now that we've seen it, I want us to get there a few more times to lock it in before tomorrow.
Oh. Thanks for
Commit.
the shit out of me. At least bosses don't crit no more, right? Garuda still crits. That's a lie.
Your nail still crits.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I will believe that. Thank God.
Throttles. Should be okay to swap.
I almost have the second window sometimes. Good.
Good.
Oh,
Very
sounds
good.
Make sure stack middle first. Okay.
I went to the wrong side.
I think I did too.
No, you went to the. You had 6, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So I
wasn't
wanted
it
to go-
supposed to be? You went to the right side because 1 and 2 went to the right side.
Oh, that's right.
It's 1, 2, 5, 6.
I couldn't see 5, so I was like, wait a minute.
That was 5.
So 1, 2, 5, and 6 are going. What's their priority?
1, 2, 5, 6 should be prioritizing west north.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
DA.
If
Yeah.
visual of it helps you, I posted it in the
Yeah.
trash. So it helped me a lot, like to see it broken down by like actual points.
I also warned you, those AoE markers are bigger than they look, but they also land earlier than they seem.
Shadowbringer snapshots.
Yep. Also, where is the diagram we're using for the limit cut?
I can pin it. It's the one that Sienna posted last week.
Key strats.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that diagram. I mean, like the actual toolbox.
The actual toolbox is also pinned. So that should be, yeah, the pin I did on the 21st.
First.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I know where everyone is standing at first. I'll tell you from personal experience, it's much easier to have the people who are doing the first ones on the outside. Like, as in, literally just swap where people are going first. Because it's much easier to have 1, 3, 5, 7 stand more like right here, using this as your indicator and using your knockback so you never have any chance of ever hurting anyone, and
Right.
the other person can just stand right here. Essentially.
Let me just.
Are we doing that,
take
or
a-
are we sticking to the thing?
Let's stick with the toolbox. Let me just take a look at it real quick to see.
And the toolbox is the other way around.
Yeah,
That's why I was saying what I was saying. I just wanted to check.
yeah. No, but we are going with what the toolbox says.
So sad. That's gonna be impossible. Muscle memory. Oh dear.
You'll be all right.
Okay, then pull it, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a.
Which should just be Mario Kart deviation, essentially. Yeah. I mean, it's essentially just what Mario Kart does.
Yeah.
Mario Kart deviants.
More fun, okay?
All fun.
And you can turn your brain off about what side you have to go to.
Joke's on
Yeah.
you. The brain's already off.
I was making a deviant joke, that's all.
I'm a melee. Does that answer your question?
I lost
gotta-
mine a long time ago.
Not only am I
Hey,
a melee,
warrior.
I'm a Dragoon main.
Yeah, I'm a Dragoon man. What the fuck does that
Okay,
mean?
It means exactly
Oh
what
my
it
god,
means.
oh my god. I had like a hiccup and I was suddenly trying to see everything was frozen in place. Yeah, position is kinda off. Because I couldn't adjust.
Rip.
That seems like death.
I think it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could pull it, but then it's like, oh, we have to do these.
Yeah, check. Oh, but I would love to see that on an Ultimate stream, like a world first prog group. They see that message, it's like, what the fuck? This boss breaks your gear?
Oh no. That'd be fucking brutal.
By the way, people have hard cutoffs at 10 o'clock, right? If I remember correctly. Or I know
Yes,
tomorrow
yes.
we have a hard cutoff at 9. But... Just seeing how many more times I can or I'm gonna actually not phrase it that way. I'm gonna see how many more pulls we can get before I have to get into toxic leadership.
My work starts at 10, but we're gonna squeeze a few.
We got time. We got time to die to limit cut plenty of times.
What? I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like, my thing was, we were already wiping every pull. Like, what did we have to lose trying it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, here was my thought, right? We left the last group because their DPS was so bad. Right? I mean, amongst other things, but they had really bad DPS. If we could do it with that group, I was like, there's no way that we're not going to be able to do it. Like, this group has way better, like, awareness of what's going on.
I swear I'm always scared of my double feet.
We are ahead on DPS here. Yeah, we need to
Switch to liquid. Wait a minute.
I had my camera flipped, so it's like, okay, I go this way. No,
God, I'm so used to not. I am gonna have a lot of muscle memory break on limit cut.
That is alright, alright. We'll make some flashcards tomorrow, you'll be fine.
It'll be easier too, like, the better we all get at it, like, as we use. You know what I mean? Because you'll see where everyone else is running, so it'll be easier.
I hope.
Not to mention, I'm sure
'Cause I have
after...
like 1,500 pulls of limit cut under me already.
don't worry, you'll be swinging for the fences by 200 pulls of this.
are we at that?
I think we're pretty close if we haven't gotten there already.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so I think we died 8
We
times.
are absolutely above 200. I'll tell you right after. I'll add it all up. We're dead stall.
That seems like death.
What happened? Oh.
One more and go into right activity or...
Yeah. Yeah, one more good one, but if we have a...
One more good, one more, two more
One
if
more
we meet.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think of a nice way to say if we meme, but I should have just said that.
I mean, I
If
live
we
for
have
the
a
meme,
participation prize, we'll do 2 more. How about that?
Time to back up into the wall.
Please no. You're an ultimate rating Dragoon. Have some standards for God's sake.
Just because I'm playing it now doesn't mean I've ever cleared an ultimate on Dragoon.
Fair.
Oh, it's at
That
2,
was-
careful.
I know what happened. That one was unfortunate.
I don't think we're going to phase
We're
with
not.
50%. We can try to clean though, I guess.
Or perhaps not.
Murdered.
Alright, that was a meme. One more. So what happened was, I normally throw a recitation ad low on Sienna and an Excog on Lumi. I had my recitation way too early, so I'm like, I'm sure a normal ad low will be enough. It wasn't enough.
And my life flashed before my eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect distance. Let's go. I'm trolling myself. less muscle memory than the Shadowbringer's trigger rotation. Time for a double life phase.
No. Never again.
Who knows, it might be better for this fight.
Actually could be.
Perfect.
Ready for throttles? Focus liquid. Ooh. That looked like a snipe with the...
That was me.
Bottleneck.
I moved to... I turned in DPS.
Okay.
So I was like, focus liquid. Me, who is already hitting fucking liquid, it's like, okay. And then I turn off my brain. And then me myself be like, it is the protein when I go max melee. And the answer was, it was when I was max melee, not the protein.
That'll do it. If you have time for one more, hit yes. If you don't have time for one more, hit no. Alright, one more.
Yep, splashes are this one.
I mean, that is kind of the strat that we're going with. We're essentially doing the strat with pots, just without using pots, so
I don't know, I've been using pots the whole night.
that's true. Well, not mandatory group-wide pots.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot to do. What's in my brain?
Throttles.
Well,
Get the focus liquid. Good.
God.
I used that so early.
I was waiting for the one in front of me, and I was like, where is it? It's like, I saw it at the back. It's like, okay, maybe I can adjust if I move more to the north.
Yeah.
I think my positioning
I
was
got
right, but I
very
was
close
so
by
far
it.
off on the timing of my knockback.
Yeah, I was.
I
running next
missed
to you,
my
and then
knockback
I-
entirely. Ended up hitting
If you are even, you don't need it.
divination.
That's true.
Didn't change the fact that I was running late, so I was gonna hit it.
Yeah.
You can hit it just for like to keep your practice muscle memory up, but you really don't need it for defense.
And it's all muscle
There is-
memory.
There is enough stuff going on before I'm just gonna learn to do it all the time, so I don't need to think about it.
Anyway, so that's all the time we have for polls tonight. Yes, right, no, that's actually what I was going to comment on. So, I did kind of impose a little challenge on us that if we couldn't figure out a way to get either do Embolus orbs cleanly or get around them cleanly, we were going to start potting. We seem to have done that, so good news. We don't have to pot at the start of every poll. You can if you want to. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I'm just not going to enforce it. It'd be hilarious if I hit no and a troll was vote abandoned. Yeah, so we were able to do that. We were able to figure out that hurdle that we had. Now we're going to be able to start progging limit cut. So if you haven't already studied limit cut, now is the time to be studying limit cut. So you know, we do have a toolbox that's pinned. Muscle memory or no. I expect everybody to know that strat for tomorrow. Ready to start executing it. Again, you don't have to be able to execute it perfectly. You just have to know enough to know what you don't understand, right?
I'll play the sim. I'm pretty sure the sim is 1, 2, 5, 6.
Do you have a link, by the way? I probably already asked that.
A link to the sim?
Yeah. Or
Actually, I might be able to.
Or are you talking about
do
XIV
this.
sim?
Oh no, not XIV sim.
Okay,
I might be able to just do this. No, it's too powerful. Dang. Yeah, let me grab this sim. Let me grab the YouTube link again.
Yeah, I think I forgot to save it when I should have.
The simulator FF14, and this guide also goes over this. I'll just put it in strats. The person also shows the English of, like, tells you all the English stuff for everyone too.
So yeah, that will be a valuable resource. There's also one for Wormhole, I believe, so we can...
It's in the same one.
Yeah, that works. So those will be valuable resources as we start getting to those mechanics. With that said, even though our focus tomorrow night is going to be limit cut, the next phase, Cruise Justice, is very challenging. So if you haven't looked ahead and started reading up, if you haven't looked ahead and started reading up,
My niece is back.
if you haven't looked ahead and started reading up on that phase, I strongly recommend you do so. You know, we got through Liquid in about a week. Expect it to be a couple weeks to get through Cruise Justice. No, that's not an excuse to sandbag. That's just saying that's probably how long it will take us to get through that phase cleanly. So studying ahead and looking up, you know, most videos you can find on YouTube will show your job in a POV doing this pretty much the same strats that we're doing. So I strongly recommend looking that up just to get an idea of what, how Nisis work and how everything in that phase works.
So
Oh, they were like shit.
are we doing boss cleave, or are we doing keep them separate?
We're doing the toolbox.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. My brain is so far gone right now that I don't know off the top of my head. There is a handy dandy toolbox though. We can go over that tomorrow in more depth.
That's what I'm
I figure
for.
if we start
Looking
getting
for that
through,
toolbox.
if we start getting through limit cut, then we will talk a little bit about Cruise Justice before we really start progging it.
In the paste bin?
Yes. Yeah, all of these come just directly from the paste bin.
Oh, we're
Which
doing
is also-
split. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I already know split.
I think that's all the stuff. Reminder, tomorrow we start at 6 p.m. Eastern, as opposed to the usual 7 start time we've had for what feels like forever. Yeah, we'll be going 6 to 9, and I'll do a scheduling post tomorrow morning. Before everybody departs, does anybody have any questions? about stuff that I said, stuff that we'll be working on, where to find various resources?
No.
Does anybody have any comments, concerns, or criticisms of the constructive variety? All right. That is all. Thank you, everybody. I know parts of tonight were a bit grindy and a bit frustrating, but we overcame all the hurdles we had, so it's a very good sign of prog to go. Yeah. And thank you for, I believe it was Sienna, you made the suggestion to just start hard focusing liquid. Thank you. I was getting towards that point myself.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, I was starting to get towards that point myself, but I was still kind of holding on to the like repositioning thing. But I think switching to the Unga Bunga strat ended up being for the best.
It's the way to go.
Spoken like a true warrior man.
My plate and my gear says called Unga Unga Brain when I saw two warriors. Every time I saw two warriors, said Unga Unga Brain.
Gotta love it. Gotta love somebody who stays in character.
If you would like, by the way, I can supply some of like an old log, clear log, and you can actually watch our movement.
Sure.
And for a lot of the phases.
Sure, that would be helpful.
Do you guys know how to look at like actually watch people's movement for those?
I did at one point. I'm sure I could kind of monkey my way through it, but if you'd like to do a quick tutorial on it, I'd be more than happy
And it's
to.
FFLOs, right?
1 second.
Yeah, I know.
It's not
I
super
used
hard.
to be toxic with my other static. I mean, like, why are you standing there? And it's like, I'm not standing there. Yes, look.
And
at
then you
the
pull up
option.
and then you pull it out the T for it, and you're like, "Bitch, you were standing right here."
Excuse me. Yeah, I push my blasters and say, excuse me, here in the minute 2, I can see your icon being off position.
Also.